et messieurs, on tonight's show, the dazzling director of Moulin Rouge, a hilarious comedian, two Hollywood superstars, and an audience of people who like to go, ooh! Let's start the show! Welcome, everybody! Welcome one, welcome all. Oh, I've got some bits of beard. Now, we've got a packed show tonight. A star of stage and screen, Daniel Radcliffe is here, ladies and gentlemen. I know. We love the Daniel. Top director of Strictly Ballroom, Moulin Rouge, and the new blockbuster, The Great Gatsby, Baz Luhrmann is here, ladies and gentlemen. I know. And from The Great Gatsby, actress Isla Fisher is here, ladies and gentlemen. I know! My favourite comedian, Ed Byrne, is on the show. Plus, we've got music from the brilliant Wretch 3-2. It's good, isn't it? Yeah. Blackout, blackout, yeah. Blackout, blackout. It's good, yeah. Catch it. Speaking of music, it's Eurovision this weekend. Yay! Oh, I love it. It's a chance for our European neighbours to show just what they think of the UK. Good luck, Bonnie. Do you know, in my gut, I have a hunch, Bonnie won't be coming back from Europe empty-handed. No. I know I won't be. No. Clink, clink. Now, Isla and Baz Luhrmann are here to talk about their new film, The Great Gatsby, ladies and gentlemen. Now, The Great Gatsby, it's all about kind of, wild party that goes wrong. I think we've all been there, haven't we? Just lying there going, these pineapple cubes taste funny. Why is it raining every 20 minutes? So, Baz's big breakthrough film was, of course, Strictly Ballroom. Strictly Ballroom. Oh, marvellous. And, of course, that film spawned TV's Strictly Come Dancing, which means we've gone from that to this. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Baz. Isla Fisher is in Baz's new film, but, of course, she did start out in Home and Away. I love Australian soaps. They are so much better than British ones. Like, in Australia, if you want a woman with sexy red pants, you get this. Yeah? In a British soap, you get this. Hey, really looking forward to catching up with Daniel Radcliffe. He's no stranger to appearing on this show. No. We belong together. Daniel, all right. Daniel has a new film coming out soon called Horns, in which he plays a man who suddenly grows horns on his head. Seriously, it's a film. It's happening. Have you ever seen anything that ridiculous on a celebrity's head? Huh? Yes, I have. Daniel will be talking about his new play, The Cripple of Inishmaan. But this, of course, isn't the first time he's been in the West End. We all remember him in Equus, don't we? Yeah. All right. It is a fantastic body. I mean, do you want to see the whole thing? Yeah. You sure? Yeah? All right, then. Yeah. Let's get some guests on! Later, we've got music from Wretch 3-2! But first, he's on fire. It's Mr. Ed Byrne! Oh! Hello, sir. Come in. Sit down. Great stuff. It's the director of The Great Gatsby. It's Baz Luhrmann and Isla Fisher. Oh! Hello, lovely lady. Hi. And hello, sir. We're kissing as well. There you go. Sit yourself down. Hello. Looking lovely. And Danny boy, it's Daniel Radcliffe. Welcome all. I have shoe envy. They're incredible.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Look at them, not envy, but just admiration. They are impressive.
Yeah, you could tell by my entrance they're not comfortable to walk.
They're impressive. Now, by the way, thank you very much, because now, Baz and Isla, you were in Cannes.
We were.
And you were having a big party.
Yeah.
Was it last night you were at a big party?
Just a few hours ago, indeed.
Well, they're still... Yeah, it finished about 10 minutes ago. I mean, you can tell by my voice, right? Is this a glass of wine?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Down in one, down in one, down in one. No, don't. You can if you want.
You know what? It was a great and crazy party. At first, it was raining. We thought I was not going to take off. So he said, let's go down and help it get going, and then it really did take off.
The last I saw Baz, we were dancing on top of a cake in the middle of a nightclub in Cannes, yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
In the rain with the fireworks and all that.
And is that where you last saw your socks?
You know, it's not just my socks that went missing.
Because Isla, it apparently takes quite a lot to get you on a plane.
Yes.
Do you drink to get over it? Well, how do you get over it?
No, I've got a little superstition. I go up and I knock on the door of the cockpit and I introduce myself in the hope that I don't know why, but by seeing me, and then I sometimes say, oh, I've got kids, and there's lots of kids back in the plane, that we become more than just a number on the plane to the pilot, but there's a connection. I know, I'm embarrassed to even...
Yeah, because they wouldn't fly carefully for their own families.
It's quite arrogant now that I say it out loud.
No, because Daniel Radcliffe, you sound like a nightmare, because you really like... The rougher, the better on a plane.
I don't mind turbulence.
Stop it.
It's, you know, you've been there for 6 hours. It's all been quite samey up until that point.
Yeah.
It just varies it slightly.
But you...
And if you're with a nervous flyer, that's even more fun, because then you can start singing Buddy Holly songs or something.
Yeah, you sound like a nightmare.
I did that to my mother once.
No, you did
Yeah,
really?
I did, yeah. No, she's still hasn't forgiven me for it.
Wow.
And now, Ed, you didn't fly to be here.
No, I came in a car. What can I say? I do live near an airport. Will that do you?
But your journey, I feel, has been traumatic.
Yeah, I'm recovering from abdominal surgery at the moment.
Yes.
I shouldn't even be here.
Oh,
No, so
wow.
what was it?
Are you really?
Was
Is that
it
why you're
Sincerely.
feeling like
Would you
that?
want to see the bruises?
Yes.
Oh, no, I've seen them. Oh, they're disgusting.
Oh, my gosh.
They're
Oh, my gosh.
disgusting.
Oh, gosh.
Look at them.
Oh, my gosh.
Now,
Really?
Are there staples in there or just glue?
There's some stitches. I had a hernia. That's true.
Or twins.
They all laughed at that. That's so odd.
It's the truth. I was relocating a compost bin in my garden, and I herniated my... It's like being back in Cannes, hearing this story, isn't it? The glamour of the story. I was moving a compost bin, gave myself a hernia, and now I have had mesh inserted in my gut.
Oh.
Oh, my God.
Like that.
Yeah, that's the kind of
And
stuff
are
we get up
You might have opened the Cannes Film Festival. I have opened my abdomen to the world.
And Ed Byrne is very current at the moment, aren't you, Ed?
Yeah. I just took Chris Huhne's speeding points, didn't I?
Yeah. You know Chris Huhne's wife? So there's a politician's wife who took his speeding points. Chris Huhne's wife, Vicky Price. She just got out of jail, right? So there's Ed Byrne, and this is Chris Huhne's wife, Vicky. Hang on, Kenny. Now, we've got a lot to get through. We've got a tour, we've got a play on the West End. But let's start with The Great Gatsby, the movie. It opened here last night.
Yeah.
It's now the #1 movie in America. Congratulations.
Went #1 today against Iron Man.
Yes.
Woo! That's kind of unbelievable. It's actually unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, a 90-year-old book has beaten probably a 90-year-old comic book. I don't know how long. But it's quite something.
And what's weird is the Robert Redford movie, in my head, that's a modern film.
Yes.
But it's 1974. So there's generations of people who don't know this story. So what's your little potted story to tell the people?
In essence, it's about a sort of naive guy from the Midwest who comes to New York in the Roaring '20s, and he happens to make money on Wall Street, and he happens to move next door to an incredible and mysterious millionaire called Jay Gatsby. and everybody thinks he's kind of like corrupt, and he gives these incredible parties, and you know, there's champagne and jazz and dancing, and he's intoxicating the whole city, and everyone thinks he's some sort of gangster, but he's really doing it all for the love of... Spoiler, I can't go any further.
Oh, nice.
Ooh. And there's tragedy and drama and action and music by Jay-Z.
No, the soundtrack's brilliant. The soundtrack's
It all sounds very glamorous. Were you not tempted?
Yes.
Were you not tempted to put a scene in the film where Gatsby attempts to relocate a compost bin and gives himself a hernia? Just to really add to that fairy tale sort of aspect.
I think Leonardo could bring glamour to that.
I think he would.
I think he could.
And actually, Gatsby does have a lovely garden.
Yeah.
No, seriously, very nice. And actually, we talked about Leonardo DiCaprio there. How important, like, would you have made the movie if you hadn't... Oh, I mean, he is. He's He's so good in the movie. He's so good in the movie.
He is great.
It's rough on the eye.
If he hadn't been available, would you have made the movie anyway?
Probably not. You know, there was never anyone... I mean, Leonardo and I go right back to Romeo and Juliet. And then he was a gifted young man. And now he's a man in full command of his abilities. I mean, what's the casting list for that role? You've got to be both a movie star and a great, great actor. And he's both things. And in this, I mean, people can say whatever they like about the film, but nobody's questioning Leonardo's performance. In fact, you've got to see it just to see him, because...
He is brilliant in it.
Height of his powers.
Really, really, really good.
Height of his powers, yeah.
And now, Isla, you played the kind of pivotal role of Myrtle Wilson.
Yes.
And I assumed, because you're both Australian, I just thought, oh, yeah, I'll be in your film. Yeah, come on, be in my film. But you don't really know each other, and you had to audition.
No, my husband had met Baz and had always said he's, you know, the greatest guy, and I was so jealous, and I was desperate to see him. And you go to these Hollywood parties hoping to meet your dream director. And, but no, I actually went in for an audition, and I was so nervous because I thought, quite often when I go in for auditions, I sort of talk myself out of the job. I don't mean to, but I'll say, oh, well, that other actress is good at that, or... So I said to myself, don't say
Daniel's
a
nodding,
word.
like, yeah, I do that.
Do you do that? It's brutal. So, or I would mention, you know, like your story, the hernia, which is totally repulsive. I've got sort of... a verbal diarrhea that happens when I get nervous and really want something to happen. So I said to myself, do not speak, because if you say nothing, Baz may project Myrtle onto you, and if you open your mouth, you may not be the cheating whore that Myrtle is. So, I said nothing. I was a complete mute for as much of the audition as I could be, and I
don't remember that at all.
Oh, really?
No, you came bursting into my room at Chateau Marmont. You leapt up on the couch. You were acting Myrtle the Scene. You were leaping all over the place. You being you had a fake cigarette, and you know, get some chairs, why don't you? And I
definitely need to get your story straight.
I was standing there. I took some photos. I went like, okay.
Are you sure you cast the same person as you think you cast?
She was absolutely fantastic. She came in and she just stole the role.
Baz,
and,
thank you.
yeah,
That's
and
so
you know
nice.
what? That's the only reason she got it, because she was damn well the best for it. Yeah.
Well, listen, we've got a clip. This is you meeting Tobey Maguire, and the story is told through his eyes.
Yeah.
And it's you meeting Tobey Maguire and Daisy's husband, who you're very friendly with.
Cannon. Candy?
No, thank you.
No?
Mrs. Wilson?
Okay.
Nick Carraway.
A pleasure.
Nick's the writer.
Oh.
Oh, I'm in Bonds, actually.
I want you get on the next train.
Now?
Yes.
Can we get the dog for the apartment?
Whatever you want.
Mr. Buchanan, you want a soda?
I'm fine.
No?
Call your sister if you like him.
No. That's all right, thank you.
Catherine's said to be very good looking by people who ought to know.
Oh, really, I can't.
Hey, you want to embarrass Myrtle? That's rude.
I thought you were going to show what has become known as the orgy scene, which is...
I wanted to show the orgy scene, but we couldn't get that clip. We should have asked you.
Oh, God.
Why don't we reenact it?
Not you.
Not you. Yeah, you're standing at the side with your big blue belly.
You give me a good Mr. McKee. It's just that actually, we shouldn't talk about it now, but it was one of those scenes where I got everything done, And it was going okay. But in the book, it gets all blurry, and clearly they're all intoxicated, and it goes into a place that's very far out. And I had about 20 minutes left, and I thought, I haven't quite got it. Remember this?
Yeah.
And I said, I went around to all the actors. I said, listen, I'm going to turn the cameras on. And I had jazz music playing. And my assistants kept coming in as dressed as bellboys, bringing stuff in, and blah, 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 and then the music going right in the middle of it. I turned on the Jay-Z, and they went absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
And it went for like 20 minutes, remember? Clothes were coming off, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that's a shot of it right there.
Yeah,
It was
wow.
fun.
And I only left that bit in, but the rest of it, well, even with that in it, they call it the orgy scene, which is not supposed to be, so...
Right, because the idea of directors just kind of going mad, because was it your new movie, is it called Kill Your Darlings?
Yeah, well, it doesn't come out for a while, but later this year, yeah, absolutely.
About Allen Ginsberg. And was your director kind of was screaming at you in that, wasn't
Well,
he?
yes, there's a gay sex scene that I have, and he was, like, giving very, kind of, like, step-by-step instructions of every moment. Because it was, we had about an hour to shoot the scene, and we had one camera.
That's
and
really
it was
long
handheld.
enough.
And so we were doing all this stuff where our cinematographer who was shooting the scene was trying to get the wide shot and the close-ups all at the same time because we didn't have much time. And so you know, it's my favourite note I've ever got was when we were kissing and John just goes, "Kiss him! No, not like that! Crazy fucking sex kissing!" I spent 10 years in a kids franchise to then get that note. Was yeah, definitely a moment of like, oh yeah, I guess I'm moving on.
Where's the swear jar? And talking of beginnings, we've got to mention Home and Away, Isla.
You outed me in front of Baz Luhrmann.
I was watching that set. I said, I didn't know you were on Home and Away.
Yeah, and I suddenly said, what was it? I was going to say I wasn't. I wasn't.
I think you looked lovely on that.
Oh,
It still does.
I was on a soapy, actually.
You were not?
Country Practice.
Oh, my God!
Yes, I saw it on Practice.
I was Jerry the Pig Seller. I was. I did it to fund my little opera company, my theatre company. I used to play Jerry the Pig Seller. Yeah, thanks for the fan letters. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Are you making that up? Really?
No,
Really?
I was
That's
on...
not on your Wikipedia page.
I have a feeling it will be tomorrow.
I was on Country Practice, absolutely.
Wow.
I was in an episode of Doctors.
Were you really?
That wasn't even that long ago. It's not even like before I was a comic.
I was in Brookside. I opened...
Were you?
yeah, I opened,
Really?
Yeah, I opened a restaurant after the fire. Yeah. I played myself. They treat the actors like animals. It was horrible. But now, it wasn't just, you know, Home and Away fame. You were also, and, you know, F. Scott Fitzgerald, he's very good.
Oh, no.
But
No. This is a
Isla,
roast. This isn't a
Isla,
TV show. This
one of Australia's foremost authors. This
Yes.
is Isla's novel, Seduced by Fame. Seduced by Fame. It's part of...
In my defence, people, before I get annihilated anymore,
No.
I was 18 when I wrote that.
Yeah, no, it's very
darling,
good.
that's-
Were these all Home and Away actors? Gillian Cross wrote Shark Break. No? There's Geraldine McCorkin, A Pack of Lies, Storyteller Salesman, Total Mystery. Who and What is MCC Berkshire? Sweet Dreams, When Your Real Life is Scarier Than Your Worst Nightmare. And my favourite one by Yvonne Coppard, Not Dressed Like That You Don't.
That's really funny.
That's a whole book.
That's really funny.
It seems very unfair to judge Isla's book by what other books are advertised at the back of Isla's book. Are we going to judge this show based on what trailer appears before this show?
But no, what's interesting is that the main character is called Daniel.
Yes.
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 Such an uncommon name. How bizarre.
I don't see anyone else called Daniel. No.
Are you going to read?
There's a little
babe.
passage. There's a little passage.
Oh,
So here you go. You can act this out if you want. Looking up at him, her face close to his, she felt extraordinarily at home, as if she could fall asleep just at this moment, with his arm warm on her back and never wake up again. Oh, Daniel, she sighed. She dropped her head onto his shoulders and rested her burning forehead against his sweater. Now, this is good. Breathing in the scent of cold night air. and wood and sweat and lemons. Breathing in Daniel.
Grocery street.
Oh, nicely done, nicely done. Now, as we know, Daniel Radcliffe, you've got lots of movies on the way, but you found time to get back into the West End. The Cripple of Inishmaan.
Yes.
Now, you look at the poster and you look at the title and everything.
And nothing about it says comedy, does it?
Nothing really says comedy, but it is a comedy.
It is a comedy. That's the thing. It's by the writer of In Bruges and Seven Psychopaths.
I love him.
So Martin McDonagh, yeah.
Oh,
He's
God,
a fantastic, fantastic writer-director. And Michael Grant is directing. And it is incredibly funny. And it's about a young guy, played by me, who is disabled. And a film was made on the neighbouring island to where my character grows up. And it's about him trying to get to the island to be a part of the film.
And it's a real film.
To get to Hollywood. The film was a real film called The Man of Aaron, which was filmed by Robert Flaherty. And it was I think it was the most expensive documentary, which is, we're using the term quite loosely in this sense. But it made at the time, it was, yeah.
And now, is it true everyone else in it is Irish?
Bar one person.
Is that you?
No, bar one person aside from me. Yes, absolutely. I don't refer to myself as that. Bar one person, which is me.
There is one very good actor who is not Irish.
No, there's one actor, June, who's playing Mammy, is, I believe she's Scottish, but she sounds quite English, anglicised now, and I'm obviously English.
And
but that is quite
is the accent hard?
The Aran Islands accent specifically is is a new one for me, and is like, I mean, I can do a kind of I think I can do a Dublin accent, and I went in.
Come on then.
No.
You can't go.
No. I didn't bring it up. He brought it up. I'm not going to because
I heard a man just say he could do a Dublin. I did my Australian accent in front of 2 Australians.
I know, but the stakes are very low for you at this point. You're not about to do it for 12 weeks.
Yes, you're not in the
you're not
the Cripple of Warrnambool. Yeah.
But yeah, no. So it's tricky, but and it's that intimidating thing of walking into a room and thinking that the first time you open your mouth, everyone's just going to think, oh God. This is terrible, like we can't. But actually, we did the first 15 minutes of the first day. I was kind of mumbling all my lines like this and just really not committing at all. And then after, at some point, I just thought, oh, to hell with it, and just went for it. And it's been good since. And now I'm just listening to, like, you may know Pat Short, I guess, a bit.
I know who he is. I don't know.
Do you not know? Okay, yeah. Well, he asked me to say, well, there's a word that I asked him about, which he said, you're from Cork, am I right?
Yeah.
Right. So I was set up by my friend on, like, the second day. My friend's from Cork, and he said, go up to Pat Short and ask him if he's a langer. Which I, of course, did. Yeah, that's a joke that works for the majority of the audience. Everyone loves
English people.
What? But yeah, so it's been really, really fun. I mean, they're a great company.
But langer's a good word. I mean,
is it?
Well, no.
I thought it kind of means idiot.
Well, no, langer means idiot, but you could be langers. If you're langers, you're drunk.
Oh, right, OK.
But we love, that's an Irish thing, we love telling people that phrases are good when actually they're bad, or telling somebody that a phrase means something that it doesn't. In Dublin, we have the word gee. Which is another word for lady parts. Yeah. It's a very Dublin word. And a woman who has sex, is, from when you were a kid, you know, if she does she put out, she'd say she does the gee. Huh. That's a phrase.
That's a charming phrase.
Let me get a pen. I don't want to forget any of this.
A friend of mine had a girlfriend from America and told her that if an Irishman ever said to her, how's it going? The correct response is, I do the gee. We just love to play that game.
Yeah, I know.
Now, the thing is, because you carry with you a fan base, quite an intense fan base, and on stage, you know, they're there. You're exposed to them.
Yeah.
Because in Equus, they were able to sit on the stage, weren't they? Were those...
Well, there were a few people that would... there were a couple of strange experiences on Equus. One was a group of girls who came in. Basically, at the back of the stage on Equus, there was raised seating so that people could sort of look down on us from above as well as being out front. And I was on stage the whole time, so I even if I wasn't in the scene, I would just go and sit on a part of the stage. And I did my first scene, and I went and sat down and waited while they were doing the other scene. And about 10 seconds go by, and then I just hear this voice up in the seats on stage just going, Dan! Dan! Look at us! Look, and they kept, for the entire first act, they were talking to me for the like 1.5 hours, just going, look at us, say something to us. And I was like, I mean, I very rarely get angry at, like, audience members, but I came off like, please have them moved. I was like, send them to the second half of Phantom. But yeah, then there was also a woman who tried to slightly tried to proposition me through... she sent me a letter that said, basically said, I'm in town for the weekend. I was like 18 or 19 at this point, and I'm in town for the weekend. I'll be staying in this hotel, in this hotel room. I'm coming to see the show on such and such a night. And then there was just a thing at the bottom of the note which just said, like, seat 6, row C, red scarf. And
she hasn't seen the picture of the horns.
Well, she hasn't. I don't think this is the type of woman that would care.
She does the geeber thing.
You sound like someone who does the gig.
But the best part about it was that I was living with my parents at the time, so my dad was the one that got the letter.
Oh, and he went to the hotel room?
No, thankfully, that's not the end of the
so great if that's where this
No,
went.
he wouldn't! He was a happily married man!
But did you see her? You must have checked her out.
I did. You know what? I really, I did. I honestly, I didn't look. I didn't see her. I don't know what she looked
lying.
I don't know what I honestly don't. I didn't see her.
Okay. Fair enough. Now, you haven't done plays, are you? Oh, you
I
did
have
panto.
done. I did, and I also did. Yeah, I did a bit of rep theatre. I'm embarrassed to even speak about this in front of a proper thesk.
Don't be.
But I did do a bit, yes.
But you did train at Lecoq.
Yes, I did. I
That's
went to...
super impressive. I found that out backstage. That's incredible.
Yeah, I
Now,
trained
if you're not
clowning.
familiar with Lecoq, it's...
You don't do
It's
the
a
gee at
French
Lecoq.
Graham, are you familiar with Lecoq?
Not Lecoq, no. No, it's mime, it's clowning skills.
You learn comedy dell'arte, you learn... Yeah. So it's great. And you study over in Paris.
So what did you learn?
You know, lots of... Well, actually, I've not had much use for any of my skills. The wall. No one ever. You know, calling out miming, juggling, I mean, that kind of stuff.
But if you can juggle, don't you just get it into everything you do? Maybe in this
I
scene,
get
she
where
could
this
be...
is coming.
No, can you juggle?
I can juggle.
Do you want some small items of fruit?
I'll juggle.
Okay, go. Do it. Do it. Okay.
But I haven't juggled for a long time.
Okay. Can you do it sitting down?
There's
well
never
done.
been called for it?
How could this go wrong, people?
Well, I love a confident juggler. Moving everything breakable away.
I'm worried about your stomach, actually. Oh, no, I haven't juggled for at least 15 years. I've just aged myself. But...
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow. No, that's juggling.
That was juggling.
Wow.
That's it.
That was impressive. Thank you.
My thing with juggling is always, if you want to keep 3 things off the ground, put them on a shelf.
But, and actually, there's a question on my card.
Oh, God.
Which is, I think, my favourite question ever on a card. It reads, was it at Lecoq that you learned to squeal like a pig?
No, that's because I do a good pig noise. It's my party trick. Oh, gosh, I've really made a fool out of myself.
No. You have to join me. Give us a bit of pig
Okay.
noise. That did not disappoint.
There was a whole hand thing that needed to happen as well.
Deliverance would have been a completely different film if Ned Beatty had just gone. You squeal like a pig without any assistance from me.
That was properly impressive.
Oh, thank you.
Where did you learn how to do that?
I just, you know, at home. Trying to ingratiate myself with my children.
It's good. So, The Cripple of Inishmaan, it opens when?
It opens on June the 8th and runs through August 31st at the Noel Coward Theatre.
The Noel Coward Theatre.
Yes.
Yes, because it's part of that big season.
It is, yes, following on from Ben Whishaw and Judi Dench.
Yeah, which is so good. I saw that.
It is
It's
indeed.
amazing.
Thank you. Go and see that first,
Yeah,
and then
first.
us.
Yeah. Hey, now, Ed Byrne, you're
That's
back
me.
on the road.
I'm-
Back on the road.
that's one,
New
that's
tour,
one.
Roaring 40s. When does it start? It starts soon.
Well, it goes to the Edinburgh Fringe. It'll premiere in
premiere.
August. Yeah, that's my Cannes Film Festival, the Edinburgh Fringe. And then I'll be on tour all over the UK starting in September.
Now, it's called Roaring 40s.
Yeah. I'm in my 40s, hear me roar. This is sort of the idea. But I'm embracing The fact that I'm an old man now.
Oh, are you turning into a grumpy old man?
No, I'm a happy old man, you know, because I'm looking at the things. I've been doing some reading up, some research about the aging process, because I'm going through it. And apart from you can herniate yourself moving a compost bin, you know, it's not that bad. Like, one of the things, apparently, I'll start to lose muscle definition. You may as well tell me my periods are going to stop. You don't miss what you never had. So I'm just quite enjoying it. I'm a dad of 2 children now.
Congratulations.
How many have you got?
2.
2. The second one's hard, isn't it? That's people always say
there's no novelty.
It's not. Well, there's. There is an aspect to it, though.
Baz, you've got
There
2.
is the novelty thing.
I have 2.
Yeah, because my wife's like, oh, look, he's crawling. I'm like, you know, we've got one that walks. You know, to get the same enthusiasm going the second time round.
Yeah. I was the second child, no photographs at all.
I know.
Hundreds of pictures of my sister.
Do you know what it changes the most? Is it changes how you greet each other in the morning. I find that is the biggest difference. It's like, I used to see my wife in the morning and I'd be like, oh, that was a wild night we had last night, or, oh, there she is, the toast of the symposium, or whatever, you know. 2 weeks ago, something like that. 2 weeks ago, my wife came down the stairs and I greeted her with the phrase, oh, good, you're up. Watch him while I have a shit. That's not romantic.
No. Now, as you get older, are you getting grumpier?
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
definitely.
I don't believe it.
I know, I know. I do. I'm already.
Because you're
getting
sunshine and light.
I know. Oh,
Yeah.
you think so?
Yes.
I come across that way.
You
I'm
do.
told. Not the case.
Oh.
No, I know. I do find myself getting very irritated with people only slightly younger than me. Like, when I'll hear people talking about GCSE results, and I'm just going to turn around and go, that doesn't matter. Don't put any stock in that. Like, no one will ever ask you what you got in them. You know, things like that. And also the fact that I want to say there are at least 3 world champion boxers who are currently younger than me. So I'm like already at the stage where sports players are now younger than me, and then I'm told the next point is like policemen and then politicians.
And then wizards.
Again, wizards.
Wizards are getting younger.
How's my Australian group? Are you sunshine and light, or are you grumpy now? You seem like you'd be sunshine and light.
I've just always been the same. I just feel the same. I always felt the same. I just always feel the same.
Is that a good thing?
And I am the same.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know. I feel the same, so how can
There's nothing to compare it to.
Was there a point where you became the same?
The sameness began at the beginning and still is the same.
What are you the same as?
It's all the same to me.
I heard a thing about you. Now, do tell.
Okay,
I can
be honest.
Did you have a nickname when you were younger of Count Von Groovy?
Okay, that was a code that my rather large team used at some point when I was on the road. You know, they put you on.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So you like check into hotels as Count Von
No,
Groovy?
I never checked into hotels.
Oh,
Count Von
okay.
Groovy, otherwise people would expect me to wear a cape and a hat.
It's an awesome nickname. It was
Yeah.
just... I'm quite jealous of people who have, like, really wicked... Apparently, LL Cool J's nickname at school was LL Cool J, which stands for Ladies Love Cool James. That was his nickname at school.
Yeah.
What kind of school did he go to? We got to pick your own nickname. You know, when I went to school, you had nicknames like Arseface and Joxer and Gay Eddie, you know, and he got to be called LL Cool J, Ladies Love Cool James. If I'd gone to his school, my nickname probably would have been LL Nice E BTG PHAAF, which stands for Ladies Like Nice Ed, but they generally prefer him as a friend.
It's time for some music. This man has just exploded onto the musical scene with a new album on the way. Here he is performing his new single, Blackout. Please welcome Rich 32!
When the guys hurt my brain, sometimes I pray for a blackout. That's right. With the candles of faith, nothing more I crave than the blackout. Let there be no light, no lights, no lights, no lights. Let there be no light till the sun rise. Let there be no light, no lights, no lights, no lights. Only then will I have my peace of mind. Oh yeah, even when I'm in the dark, still gotta let me shine, let me fly. My mind's got wings on it, gotta breathe, gotta peek on it. Yeah, my neck girl's got a sip on it. Yeah, I splash cash and I drink solid. Ooh, I don't wanna act bad, don't wanna see it pop flash. Nah, I just wanna black out without backlash. Don't wanna hear snap, snap, snap. Them things get annoying. Wanna be alive, not just a blind. Yeah, yeah, follow my heart. Even the lights got faith in the dark. Clap your hands, yeah.
When the lights hurt my brain, sometimes I pray for a blackout. You guys are right. Candles in place, nothing more I crave than the blackout. Let there be no light, no lights, no lights, no lights. Let there be no light till the sun will rise. Let there be no light, lights, lights. Only then will I open my eye. Let there be no light.
The way you move them hips, all that piercing on your lips, all that there Serrano flowing like it's serving through a drink. I am no longer a person, I'm a star up in this thing. So I talk with body language, my vocabulary's a myth. Got a feeling that you're feeling how I'm feeling. Would waking up with me tomorrow morning make your evening? If so, let's find a corner in this place that I can breathe in. My ego's claustrophobic, you should know you are the reason. Believe it, shots.
When the lights hurt my brain, sometimes I pray for a blackout.
I need to see ya.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. With the candles ablaze, nothing more I crave than the blackout.
Let's go.
Let there be no light.
No lights.
Let there be no light till the sun rise. Let there be no light.
No lights, no lights, no lights.
Only there when I open my eye. Let there be no light.
Take it with my light, take it with my shine, take it with my eyesight. Give me your beat and let me rhyme. Take it with my light, take it with my shine, take it with my eyesight. Give me your beat and let me rhyme. Take it with my light, take it with my shine, take it with my eyesight. Give me your beat and let me rhyme. Take it with my light, take it with my shine, take it with my eyesight. Give me your beat and let me rhyme. My eyes were closed, the lights were cold. It's time, I know. Yeah, my mind's the road. Yeah.
When the lights hurt my brain, sometimes I pray for a blackout.
Oh yeah.
Candles in place, nothing more I crave than the blackout. Let there be no light.
Great job! Let's do two, everybody! Thank you very much. Well done, sir. Have a seat there. Have a seat down the end there. That's Ed and Baz, Isla and Daniel.
That was fantastic.
Well done. Great music.
And now we have to have a shout out for Shaka as well, who did a lot of the work there. I felt he was really carrying it.
He actually jumps higher than me, so...
I love the jumping dancing. So now, that's out now to download.
That's out to download.
And is way high in the charts. And
it's doing all right, yeah.
It's doing very well. And when's the album going to happen?
We're looking at August release.
Okay.
So it's looking good. I want to catch some of the summer, if we have any this year, but yeah.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
I think we've had it, innit?
Yeah. And I know you got is it featuring lots of different people?
We got a few different people on the album, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're not on there.
No.
Just...
Do you know who's on the album, or no? Just... I've noticed some people.
Yeah, no, we got some up-and-coming artists. I think it's key to kind of bring through new talent, and I find that the new artists are very hungry, and I get a different energy from them, you know.
And a better deal, probably.
Yeah. You know my lawyer.
Oh, yeah. You're so new and cheap. Yeah. And now, if we want to see you, are you doing lots of festivals this summer?
Yeah. We got quite a lot of festivals. I'm really excited about them.
Now, have you got a festival look? Because I'm thinking this won't work.
This won't work?
No.
I normally wear wellies, you know.
Wellies?
Yeah.
That's your festival garb?
That's my whole thing. Not shorts, because I don't like getting my legs muddy.
No,
So,
of course not. Yes, I understand.
Makes sense, right?
I suddenly feel a lot younger. Listening listening to you talk about wellies and getting your knees muddy, I suddenly feel like, you know what? I think I'm actually quite hip. Because this is exactly the sort of thing I worry about.
Wellies are back in, though. They never go out of fashion.
No, never go out of
I wore them
fashion.
when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That's a fashion thing. I don't know why. I did.
Well, as a child, you wore
Yeah, I
them.
know. When I was at drama school, for some reason, we went through a phase of wearing gumboots, right? Well,
Yeah.
yeah. With joggers.
Wow.
I went to drama school.
Here come the actors.
Or to be a director. Carrying a horsewhip.
Hey, before we leave, we've just got time for a story or two in the red chair. So let's see who's waiting for us. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Now, you look like you must be a giant. You made the chair look quite small. How tall are you? Are you really, really tall?
No, I'm under 6 feet. Sorry.
You're under 6 feet. Maybe you've got short legs and just an enormous torso. Anyway, what's your name?
James.
James. That's what you call a giant. And what do you do, James?
I do a lot of photocopying.
Why are we clapping for that?
Because it can't get any worse.
Off you go with the story, James.
OK, yeah, so I was meeting my cousin for a beer, and I was waiting for a bus when a big white stretch limo went past. And I thought, if I was in a limo, I'd find it hilarious if someone thumbed a lift. So I did. So I stuck my thumb out, but the limo went past, and I had a little chuckle to myself. Oh, what am I like? And then I thought nothing of it. I was carrying on waiting for my bus. When 5 minutes later, the limo turned back up and pulled over, and out came a little man in a... He was an average-sized man, but...
You're a giant, remember?
Yeah, that's true. So he was, like, in the chauffeur's clobber, and he went, oh, where are you off to? I was like, I'm just going into Lytham to meet my cousin. He went, I've got nothing to do for 45 minutes. Do you want a lift? I was like... not really sure what to say. I went, yeah, all right, fine. So I got in the car, and I was, like, sat at the back, and he's miles away, because it's a stretch limo. You've probably been in one. So he went, do you want to listen to some music? I went, yeah, all right, fine. So he put on James Blunt, You're Beautiful. I'm thinking... Right, ignore it. It might just be the first CD that was on. So then he said, right, the last people that I had in the car, they didn't finish that bottle of champagne that's on the side. There's half a bottle of champagne on there for you. I was like, this isn't going to go well, is it? And then he said, don't worry, I'm not a rapist. Right, yeah, that sounds all right then, fine.
Does this story have a happy ending, James?
Of sorts, yeah.
He's a good story.
So anyway, we carried on. We got to the pub, and I went to get out the car, and it had the child locks on, which thankfully I didn't notice before I started drinking the wine, because I definitely wouldn't have. But anyway, so it turned out that he had to get out of the car and open the door, like I'd arranged it for him to. And I'm listening to James Blunt and drinking champagne, and there's only like 3 people stood there. The doorman going, oh, I thought it was Burt Reynolds, but no, it's just some Queen drinking. No. So anyway, yeah. So that's that.
Oh, that anyway. So you can walk. You can walk, James. Yay! Very good. Well done, everyone. If you'd like to join us on the show and have a go in the red chair, you can. Just contact us via our website at this address. Thanks to all my guests tonight. Rich 32, Ed Byrne, Baz Luhrmann, Isla Fisher, and Mr. Daniel Radcliffe. Join me next week for a star-studded show with singer Selena Gomez, Hangover stars Bradley Cooper and Heather Graham, Hollywood father and son Will Smith and Jaden Smith, and screen legend Michael Douglas. Don't miss it. I'll see you then. Good night, everyone. Bye!
And Graham's your guide for Eurovision tomorrow night at 8. Then, with no deviation, repetition or hesitation, he pops up on Monday nights. Just a minute, that's on Radio 4 at 6:30. Now, shirt pins and shoelaces, it doesn't get any more dangerous than that. Comedy with the right way, whilst it's Family Guy over on BBC 3 now.